All right, so all of our bonding events are done for the day.
It's creepy for
So
you to
now-
look at her hair like that.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Time to do those all of those 3 side quests that we had. The first of which is the optional one. So, or there's an optional one for. Oh, did I do something first? That's
I
right.
believe
Like
you
you
bought
went
stuff.
shopping.
I decided to look and see if any of the weapons that were available for sale are anything that I want, and they're not.
Is
Everyone
money,
already has.
Is money useful at all in this game? Like later
Well,
on?
yeah, you can buy things.
Well, no, but like later on, like are there weapons that you still want to buy, or is it just buying
Yeah.
health potions and stuff and that's it?
No, I'll be buying new weapons in the next few towns.
Okay. Do you ever run out of money?
I
I suspect
won't.
if you don't bring in a couple 100,000, you can.
Oh yeah, money is super tight if you don't bring it. If you don't have if you don't have the excess that I have.
How did you get access?
Still
Did you just
cheaper.
grind it?
New
No,
Game
no,
Plus.
no. Yeah. He got to
Gotcha.
bring in money from his last game.
Yeah.
And no matter how tight money is, at the very end game, you basically always have as much as you want.
Yep,
Exactly.
that makes sense.
Well, because at the end of the game, you can sell off all of your excess stuff, and then you just have crap tons of cash.
Yeah.
And eventually, you will stop needing to use Sepith to open slots and make courts, and then you can sell off the Sepith for cash as well.
Cool.
I like how that member of the chess club, Stefan, is of the opinion that all he needs to do now is start winning his games.
Yeah, seems good. So this is
It must be
Beryl.
that
She's
new-
in charge of the Occult Research Club, which is apparently a club.
Yeah.
Isn't it always in Japan?
Yeah, pretty much. Fortune telling is an art in Japan.
So I'm guessing this club has 5 members?
It has exactly 1, actually, as far as I know.
Of course.
But what about the Dark General?
Are you still trying to make this Sailor Moon?
Her name is Beryl.
Oh, that's right! Okay, I got you. You have to remember that I didn't watch very much of Sailor Moon, if at all.
Fair enough.
So she has a request for us. And Reen is kind of fun.
I don't know if Reen exists.
He's literally right there.
No, he's figuratively right there. Literally, he's nowhere to be seen because he's not a real person. He's a video game character.
So he exists.
No.
He's a video game character. Do video games exist?
Video games exist, but that doesn't mean that the characters exist.
They exist in the game.
So, you know that famous painting of a pipe with the caption, "This is not a pipe"?
Sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is here.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to spend this episode running around the school looking into these mysteries that she has heard about.
Oh, okay. And then are we going to get the ice cream or whatever it was?
Ice cream?
Yeah,
I do like ice cream.
from Kingdom Hearts 2?
Oh, yes. Yes, right.
Yeah. We ran around, found a bunch of mysteries, and then got ice
Yep,
cream.
and then... Yep, exactly. That's exactly what we're going to do. Except there's only one of us instead of 4 or 5.
Yeah, but everybody else was so useless they didn't count.
That's true. Well, I mean, Roxas didn't really count either.
So what you're saying is, instead of having 0 people, you have 1 people. Which is probably
Yeah.
going to make this easier.
A little bit.
I like that she's willing to accept, don't care.
Pretty much.
As the answer.
Just go talk to the people and find out what's going on. If you can find out what's happening, cool.
If you can't find out what's happening, then give me $1.
No.
They don't even have dollars in that game.
That's true, they have Mira.
It's kind of weird that all the countries have the same currency.
It's true. Oh well. Think of Mira as the euro,
Why?
Well,
because that's more accurate.
Oh.
one of the reasons that Europe has a euro is that France and Sweden didn't go to war with each other 10 years ago. Like, that part was kind
Okay.
of relevant.
You can go back far enough in time, and then they do.
Well,
First
yeah,
mystery is the
multiple generations.
crying sculpture. It keeps crying.
Is
Someone
this how
put a
we
human
end
head
up
inside-
going to the cat? Is through this event?
Maybe.
Yay! I nailed it.
Hooray!
Although I also mention that this is a an optional quest.
So, I'm just gonna guess that the reason there are all these tears appearing is because leaky pipe in the ceiling.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess it is someone taking baths.
What
In
does
the
that have
art
to do
room?
with a piano?
I don't know. I just baths. You know.
Okay.
Baths. Duh. But
So
why
why is
am I
the-
defending this against you guys? It's obviously right. Baths.
Sure.
Okay.
Why is the piano
See,
haunted?
right there, someone was taking a bath above
Vent.
Reen, and he got some water on him.
That is a good point. In
Sure.
the world of anime, water can just appear on heads.
That is true. Wind.
Hi, Bella.
Doesn't count as an
So you have to
orchestra,
ask
there's
about all
three
of them,
people.
right?
Yes,
If
I'm
you
gonna
ask
ask about all of them.
and then you can do all of them at once.
Exactly. It's a little more efficient than going back and forth.
Makes sense. The cat was interested in the game, and she was like sitting right next to it watching, and now she's watching the door.
A library book that is forbidden.
Verboten?
It's just the
For
card catalog.
Ooh, I bet it's
Why would
Sky
that-
Mall.
It's not
Why would that
forbidden,
be
it's
forbidden?
boring.
Oh, okay. The Hidden Graves. 250 years. Okay.
That's a while.
That seems reasonable.
Well, was this a battlefield?
Maybe. That's what this is saying.
Well, no, it sounds like they were just, like, moved here and buried.
Okay.
In an unmarked cemetery or something.
Well, this is where, I mean, Dreikel's, Emperor Dreikel's did found the school, so maybe this was a battlefield. Maybe he founded the school here to mark one of his victories.
That would kind of make sense.
Yeah, kinda. The seventh mystery is she pulls out a gun and shoots you. Why did I do that? How
It's a mystery! We'll be asking Paula.
Hey, Barrel's not the boss of you. You can ask whoever you want.
That's true. The sports club's grudge.
They're teenagers. Mystery solved.
Fair. Screams could be something from something else. The gym's haunted!
You can't haunt everything,
Why not?
because who haunts the haunters?
The other ghosts?
then who haunts those ghosts?
More
See-
ghosts.
See where the problem comes from?
It's ghosts all the way down.
Well,
Nice.
not down, sort of out.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
You know what I mean, and I was making a good reference for effect.
Yes.
Credit where credit's due. That was a legit reference. Not legit,
So
but a
legit.
solid reference. The Crimson Devil of Lake Hell. Ooh, this one's
Now she's just trying too hard. For one, she's calling a pond a lake. And
yes.
once you start doing that, you've lost all credibility.
So, what do you think the Crimson Devil that shows up in the pond is?
Fish.
It's going to be Sarah Baden.
Ha! Sorry.
Ew, that's dirty.
So it's red and has 2 massive claws. What is it?
Oh no. A
Crab.
lobster. Delicious.
We know Ken. He gave us our rod. That came out
We
wrong.
were just talking about the dirty and not doing that.
That did come out wrong.
That came out so wrong. Ooh, a poltergeist.
I know what this one is.
What is it?
It's a servant. All these like rich nobles are running around going like, "Oh my god, things are moving." Doesn't make sense.
But they're broken.
You can have a clumsy maid.
It's true.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't think. I'm not sure that this. I'm not sure that's possible in this place.
She has to be a really busty maid. If she's clumsy.
It's unfortunate. Yeah. Sadly, you're right.
That would be sufficiently Japanese.
Yeah.
So Japanese. Hardcore Japanese.
So then this is me double checking where I'm going. Because I went through all 7 of them and I couldn't remember them off the top of my head.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Did
Fast
you just
travel
walk
makes
from
this-
the second floor to the second floor.
The second floor of the Student Union to the second floor of the Academy building? Yes.
Oh, I thought all the clubs were in the same.
No.
Okay.
Well, this isn't a club. This is a class.
Ah.
This is the art room.
But she's clubbing.
I mean,
Ooh.
you're not wrong.
She is not interested in what you are putting down.
Nope. She has no interest.
Just be careful not to spook her, or else you're gonna get her statue broken.
Or you might get that chisel in your stomach.
Well, that would
Why?
happen after the statue breaks.
Why would I get a
That's
chisel
true.
in my stomach? That just sounds painful.
I'm gonna get 0 people to come.
So, as our resident physics expert, does her explanation hold water?
It doesn't really make sense for the statue to be colder than everything else around it.
Okay.
Obviously condensation exists.
Right.
That's true. I saw it once.
Fancy.
Like, I mean, I don't want to brag, but there was like a lot of water around my cold soda pop.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, yeah, condensation is when, so air at different temperatures can carry certain amounts of water.
Right.
That's why you always hear
I knew
about
that
relative humidity, for example.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
And I learned about adiabatic warming and cooling in my weather class.
Okay.
That's cool.
So what
That's how clouds
happens
are made.
here is basically if you have something cold, then the water very close to it cools down to the same temperature, heat
Right.
transfer, and all of a sudden it can't carry as much water as it needs.
Right, and then it gloms onto something.
Well, normally it would just be okay. It's going to be super saturated or something, unless there's something nearby for the water vapor to grab hold of.
Sure.
Up in the sky, it's going to be some sort of smog particle or
The
something.
ghost was him.
No.
It was a person playing the piano.
No.
And he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for...
Those damn kids. Or
Yeah.
kid, I guess, in this point. Kind of wanting
But
it.
he's not wearing a rubber mask.
Exactly.
This game sucks.
Right? Like, hardcore.
So did you see that one coming?
That it was just someone playing the piano.
No, he was tuning the piano.
How
I mean,
often
that-
do you tune a
That's
piano?
yeah, like, also, that's a problem that the person playing the piano thought it was, like... like, tuning the piano and
Yes.
playing the piano are not the same.
Yeah.
At all. So, I feel bad. Like, obviously, this wasn't Elliot, right?
No, this is
Okay.
not Elliot.
Also, tuning a piano takes forever.
Isn't it a full day or something? Or it's longer than
probably.
that?
Because
It's
each,
like, it used to be people's full-time job was literally just going around tuning pianos. So, it has to be longer than a day, probably.
No.
Or it's just really expensive then, I guess.
It used to be pretty expensive, and I think pianos weren't necessarily well made, so they'd go out of tune more often. And
Planned
There were-
obsolete.
and there were more pianos.
Cat's
And
back.
it's not exactly like there were a lot of people who had that at their job.
That's true.
But yeah, it's 50 odd keys and 3 strings per key.
Something like that.
Yeah. And
Cross
you've
Bell and
got to get them
Alchemists.
very much in tune, because if it's a little off, it's very
It just
Yeah.
sounds bad.
People come up with different stories every year.
Yeah.
It's a skin mag.
You can just say it's porn.
Pretty
Porn.
much. That's what the internet's for, right?
The internet is for porn.
Well, this game
Internet
isn't
is
on
for
the internet.
porn.
What was that? You were trying to whistle?
I was trying to email that's the internet is for porn.
Oh, okay.
Oh. It was not in tune, unfortunately.
No.
Okay.
It sounded like you were. It sounded more like you were trying to be in tune with the music.
I might have been trying, but
I think
Okay,
we're
now-
good.
Yeah.
that's all I got.
Okay. Reen is a fine, upstanding citizen who would never have that sort of filth in his possession.
No, of course not. Elisa might find it.
Yeah.
Or Elise. Back to the Academy Field.
Are we going to talk to some equestrians?
We are. One equestrian.
Are you going to talk to an equest?
I mean,
Wait, so is
we're
this
on
a
part of a
is this
quest?
a quest for equestrians?
Yes.
Nice. I
I'll
like
allow
that.
it. How does
Oh, good, so I
everybody
don't have to
know
explain
about
it.
the mysteries?
Because what Beryl said was that the girls, the girls of the school have been talking about these mysteries like nonstop.
And they're stopping people from doing their jobs.
And nobody decided to
Not yet.
do anything about them.
We're doing something about them right now.
Yeah.
Haven't you ever heard of protagonist-based homework? Once a
I mean,
school
yeah.
knows that they have a protagonist, they have to create certain jobs for them.
It's true.
Sorry, I like whistling.
Fair enough.
I've noticed.
That joke was pretty bad.
You guys
Yes,
are pretty
it
bad.
was.
Especially
Your face
because
is pretty bad.
bearing a test does not dig your grade.
Yeah.
It would be getting a bad grade on the test to begin with.
Yep.
Like, learn some causality, lady.
Do we know the person was a girl?
I'm talking about Paula, who said that.
Oh, sure.
I think she was a girl.
Paula was a girl.
I'm assuming, I'm choosing to go with that.
Friedel is definitely a girl.
I don't know. She's got a, one of those shirts with the ties printed on it.
Oh, that's true. Didn't Paula have one too, though?
Yeah. But you can tell that this is not actually a tie. Ties don't do that.
That's true. See, these mysteries are pretty bland.
Yeah. Except for the 7th. It's going to be the mystery that's actually spooky. Probably because I don't remember what the 7th one is.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what was the 7th one?
Was it Sarah bathing at night?
I think that was the 6th one, right?
I think so.
Oh, look, Vivi cloned herself.
And apparently, the solution to that prank was do more work.
Yep. There are two of you. Still fishing the good fish.
What if you only fished the bad fish?
Well, then...
Like a bad am fish.
Then shame on you.
Totally. If it was connected to hell, the lake would be warmer.
It's true. Also, it's weird that they're calling it hell, considering that hell has a name in this continent, and it's Gehenna.
Isn't Gehenna a place?
Yeah, it's hell.
Like an actual place?
Is it?
Probably.
In, like, our world, or...
No, in
Maria?
the game world.
Yeah, it's hell.
Yeah, it's probably like France.
No, Gehenna is actually hell.
Look, I know that you don't like French people, but you're going a bit too far.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Oh, that's right. The 7th one was the poltergeist.
Yeah. I can't think of anybody better than this random person sweeping outside of it. I spent exactly 0 time thinking, and I'm all out of ideas.
Well, it's a good thing to know your strengths and weaknesses. Even if it is that your weakness is that you have no strength.
But my
Ouch.
strength is I have no weaknesses.
I now have further questions.
How do
Okay.
you square the circle?
If you put root beer in a square cup, do you get, oh god, I forget how that goes.
This is a great question.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna go with a big old no. Right there, boss man.
Yep. How do
If you
they?
put root beer in a square cup, do you get beer? There we go.
Oh, I get it. That's clever.
Yeah. How do forks get broken? Just because a bunch of
They're super clumsy.
like
Like, the
That-
clumsiest.
that's
Of clumsy.
Sideshow Bob stepping on rakes clumsy.
Pretty much.
Thunk, clunk. I love that.
I mean, it is a very good bit.
Classic.
I agree.
Anyway, that was a fun romp around the,
How much more fun would that quest be if you couldn't teleport everywhere?
oh god. Oh, I'm getting a recipe. Okay, cool. Custard pudding, yay!
Hooray! Now you
Another
can be the protagonist of another JRPG.
Which one?
The Neptunia ones, because the main character is obsessed with pudding.
Oh, okay. Are
How
those any good?
obsessed?
Vaguely?
No.
Like,
Sounds like a big stinking no.
they're like Cheetos, right?
Okay.
You know, you've got a bag, you'll eat them, you'll be
But you're not gonna like it.
happy about the fact that you ate them, and then you'll realize what a bad decision you made eating them.
So basically, what you're saying is, don't play them.
Unless you want Cheetos.
I don't usually want Cheetos.
Okay.
I occasionally find myself wanting McDonald's, but
Yeah,
not
same
very
thing.
often. Woo! I got a new quartz.
But you don't have any swamps, so it's useless.
That actually is a good point.
The old school
'Cause these
house
are
is
stupid
actually
mysteries.
spooky.
Yeah.
If you went into the old school house today, then that would be the end of it.
Oh!
And then you wouldn't be able to talk to her in the middle of the day.
What did she just say?
I think she said you're drunk, go home.
You're not wrong.
Reen, we actually were able to read the text box.
But he wasn't.
Like, we were able to take as long as they were there, so...